Pattaya 105 Property Show, sponsored by Compass Real Estate.
Welcome back to 105 and welcome back to the Property Show. Got to say hello to the guys in Bangkok that have been getting in contact with us. Thanks a lot, guys. Yes, Lawrence is in the studio still. He's leaving us about 5 o'clock to go up to Bangkok. So I just want to get this one out of the way, Lawrence. Alex, we just had an email in from Alex. He's up in Bangkok, okay? Right. And he's basically saying if he needs to buy something, does he have to come down to Pattaya to see you? I mean, how's that going to happen?
Well, no, I mean, when we've got our new office there, obviously, if it's an off-plan property, you know, we can give him all the details there. We can show him the videos, the photos, etc. And we can get a contract, and we can do a contract in Bangkok. I mean, even with the Atlantis project, they have a showroom in Bangkok,
right,
for their project here. So he can go and actually see the showroom in Bangkok, and then he can come to our office. You know, we can do all the paperwork there. Even if it's something here, you know, we can do power of attorney for him as well.
Okay.
Everything can be done.
So the answer is yes, you can go to Bangkok to the new Compass Real Estate office.
We also actually have a driver. So if he wants to, we can drive them down from Bangkok to look at a property.
Right, okay, so the full facilities will be at the Bangkok office,
That's right, yeah.
Okay, going on to another guy, Simon, he basically says, what are the common things to look out for on a rental contract? Now, if we can skip through this and sort of keep it nice and short and sweet, because I am chopping at the bit to get to your properties, because I know what you've got.
Well,
so, okay, what's the common things to look out for on a rental contract?
Well, yeah, it's very important that you actually check the rental contract very carefully. Obviously, this is what your agent will do for you. You know, they'll prepare the rental contract on behalf of the owner. Sometimes the owner will want to prepare his own contract, but it's the agent's responsibility to check that for you. But you should also check it as well. So key things to sort of look out for. Make sure the start and end dates are correct.
Okay.
So make sure you're not signing for a term less than you think it is. Make sure you've got the right time.
Okay, so there you go, guys. At the end of the FM and at the end of the internet at the moment, if you've got a little pen and a paper, we'll take it nice and easy. So number one is start date. End date is correct, yeah?
Start date, end date is correct. You want to check that.
Okay.
You want to check that the actual name on the contract, the name of the owner, matches the ID, which the ID, the passport or the Thai ID should always be attached to the contract. So make sure the person who's renting it to you is the person they say they are.
Okay.
You know, check the price, check the payment schedule. You know, what date is the rental fee due? You know, is there a margin for error there? Can you be 5 days late, or does it have to be exactly on the date?
Bang on the date. And what about utilities?
Utilities. Well, utilities will usually be your responsibility.
Okay.
Some owners will include them, so check that.
All right.
The security deposit. Check how much the security deposit is, what you've agreed, who it's going to be held by, will it be held by the agent or by the owner, what your liabilities are for that security deposit, i.e. if you've not paid utilities, damage to the property. With damage to the property, it's also very important that somebody takes an inventory of the property. Quite a lot of agents now will do that with a camera, so they'll take a photographic inventory to make sure, you know, when you do check out, you don't lose your deposit because the owner says something's missing.
And of course, one of the things that we spoke about before is decorating and of course structural improvements, isn't it?
Yeah, just check what within the contract what it allows with regards to decorating or improvements. You know, different contracts will have different clauses in, but if you want to change something, make sure you can do it. Check your contract.
Okay, and also, what about the one that I've sort of penciled in a few things while you've just been talking. One of the things you did sort of hit on last time, of course, is what the landlord is responsible for. Is, you know, the responsibilities of the landlord.
The landlord is responsible for the general maintenance of the property. So, you know, any if something breaks, you know, they should be fixing it. So that should be included in the contract. You're responsible for the upkeep of the property, so you're responsible for keeping it in a reasonable standard. But if, you know, something breaks, the aircon breaks or the oven breaks, you know, then obviously the landlord's responsibility to actually fix that.
Okay.
Also, I mean, with regards to liabilities as well, obviously insurance is important.
A must.
Yeah, well, I must, but I mean, it's not something a lot of people, I'd say, would consider here.
It's not a lot of. I would imagine that a lot of people haven't got it.
Yeah, I think that's more so the case. Obviously, the owner of the property is responsible for the building insurance, but if you want to protect your goods that you're keeping in that property, you need to take out some sort of contents insurance, just like you would do back at home. Because if something gets stolen, the owner isn't going to be replacing it for you.
Okay, and one of the things Andy's just sent in is basically you touched on one before, Dave, when Lawrence was talking. Basically, I'm just skimming through his email, and the one that he's coming up with is the access for viewings.
Well, yeah, check in the contract. You know, some owners will want to allow access to the property to view it to potential clients, either for sales or for rentals at the end of your term. So most contracts will sort of say, you know, you have to give 24 hours notice to view the property. So if you don't want people coming in for viewings, you know, you need to agree that and make sure it's outlined in the contract what the terms are on that. Okay,
there we go. We'll sum that piece up and get that piece out of the way and put it on Facebook and put sort of all the sort of key points that Lawrence has said. But basically, you know, the common things to look out for when you're renting property, Lawrence has sort of pointed out there, you know, just be aware and make sure that everything's down in writing.
The Pattaya 105 Property Show, sponsored by Compass Real Estate.
Welcome back, guys, and this is the piece that I like. Yeah, this is when we put Lawrence on the spot and tell him to bring some hot properties direct to you. And this man never ceases to impress me, because this week he's come up with 4. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely. You've not let me down. You've not let the team down this week. The 105 team were down here saying, oh, bet he only comes in with 1. 4 hot properties. I mean,
we've always got a hot property for you.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to put you on the stand and I'm going to say to you, okay, let's talk about hot property number 1.
All right. So, property number 1, we've got a nice condo for you, Dave. Located in Pattaya, very popular area, very quiet, nice residential area, just outside of the city centre, so very popular with a lot of people, this area. It's a studio unit, 42 square metres, so quite a big studio.
Biggish, huh?
Recently renovated to a very nice standard in a building called Pattaya Hill Resort, which is an older building, but very nice. Nice swimming pool, got shops, steam room. It's actually got the restaurant on the roof. It's only minutes from Ballyhigh Pier, Walking Street, the beaches in Pratamnak, the Big Buddha, you know, the viewpoint. So great location, and very reasonable price for a 42 square metre studio in Pratamnak. Just 1.98 million baht in foreign name.
In foreign name, yeah. So I also like that as well when they're newly renovated, because you know the guy's taken time to go out there and make it good for people. So it's a must. Yeah. I like that one. It's a hot property. I like that one. Okay, let's go on to hot property number 2.
So we've got a rental for you here, Dave, a condo up in Wongamat. So in the Nova Mirage building, only
good area.
Yeah, nice area. You know, usually in this area, rental's quite expensive. Only 200 meters from the beach. A lot of people like this area. They like Wongamat Beach. They like to be sort of in that North Pattaya area. So this is a 48 square meter studio. So quite a big old studio.
Size. Yeah, good size.
Very nice inside, sort of Thai Bali style. It's been decorated in. And this one you can rent for 12,500 baht a month.
Which is actually a very good price for Wongamat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good price for Wongamat.
I like that one.
You know, close to the beach
as well.
Nice pool, and really to be in that sort of location for that sort of size room, it's a good deal.
Very good, and that's down at the Nova Mirage, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, close to the beach, love that one. Okay, going on to hot property number 2. Of course, it's also a good one when you've got some nice properties, so tell me all about it. Yeah,
so we've got, I thought we'd get something really good value. You know, if somebody's not looking to spend too much but wants a nice house, again, in that sort of area, the Naklua area. So this one, you can have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom townhouse, lots of space. It's pretty nicely renovated inside, and if you want to be in that sort of Naklua area in a house, it's pretty hard to find anything for a reasonable price. It's reasonably sought after, yeah. I mean,
but it's also a good size. I mean, 112 square metres is good.
That's the internal area, yeah, 112 square metres.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that for only 1.59 million baht.
Sounds good to me, Lars. You never cease to impress me. Of course, you always do it, and you always come out with good ones. So let's go to number 4. Now, I do believe...
So, yeah, I thought I'd go for a house. If you're looking to spend a bit more, have a bit more space, a bit of bigger living area, etc. Out in East Pattaya, and this one is in Greenfield, 40,000 baht a month, and it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, very nicely furnished, private pool, sort of beautiful gardens, off-road parking. And it's a good deal for 40,000 baht a month. It
is, especially when you we take into consideration 3 bedrooms and of course the living area, which is absolutely great, 137 square meters, of course, and basically the pool, the landscape gardens, everything.
I mean, it's a private pool, landscape gardens, somewhere to park your car. Very well maintained village, European standard house with European kitchen, etc. 40,000 baht. It's quite a good deal, and we might even be able to get you a discount on that.
We might even be able to get you a discount on that. Sounds great for the family. Okay, stay with us, Lawrence, in the studio. We'll come back, and we're just going to say goodbye to you. And of course, you're on the way up to Bangkok. Okay,
That's right.
Stay with us on 105.
The Pattaya 105 Property Show, sponsored by Compass Real Estate.
Welcome back to 105, and of course, welcome down to the studio. Lawrence in the studio. Thanks to all the guys across the internet and across the waves that have sent us in all your questions and queries today regarding property. Of course, Lawrence in the studio, but he's on the way up to Bangkok. The man is leaving us nice and early today, aren't you?
That's it. I can't stay with you all day today, Dave.
And of course, we've got the chaperones in here. We've got the drivers just turned up.
We've got a special last-minute guest.
No, we've got to say welcome to the studio to Harry from Pattaya Condo Guide.
Hello, lads. How's it going?
It's
all the better for having you here, Harry.
He's not a very posh driver, is he?
I'm a quick driver.
Should see how he drives as well.
And of course, we've got Owen here. You're all going up movers and shakers.
Yeah, you're a mover, aren't you? Or are you a shaker?
I'm a shaker, mate. I used to be a mover years ago, but now I'm getting a bit old.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, it's the first networking event organised between Pattaya and Bangkok, so it's going to be a really good chance to meet some of the Bangkok professionals, get to know people, and fits in really well with our opening of our new office.
Well, when is that planned for, Lawrence? I mean, how far is that away before it does open?
It's going to be open in the next few weeks, so we'll obviously keep you updated on here. But if people want to get in touch with us, they can get in touch on the website. They can call me directly, 0800 958 854. So yeah, get in touch, compasspattaya.com. We can sell your properties in Bangkok, like we were talking about. If people want to list with us, developers, and again, developers based in Pattaya, get in touch with us if we're not selling your properties at the moment. We've got a new city to sell them to.
Great, absolutely, and of course the sky's the limit for you guys. Thanks a lot for coming into the studio today. It's been great. I know you've got to get to Bangkok, and your driver's already revving the car, and he wants to get going. And I know if Harry's driving, you should be there in about 10 minutes. It's good to see you guys.
Well, that great infrastructure we were talking about there.
Yeah. Forget the monorail, just to employ Harry. Don't worry about it. Have a nice time, Harry. It's good to see you again, mate. It's always nice to have you in it. And of course, so you'll be coming back in the studio in the not too distant future. Talking about your new project.
The House Guide, yeah.
Talking about.
It's still in launch mode. It's still in test mode at the moment. But in terms of presence in the internet, it's doing well already. So once that's up and running, we'll be back and we can have a chat about it.
Good. We'll let him back in the studio for that, won't we, Lawrence? Definitely.
Yeah, all right then.
100%.
Just you ain't got a choice, Larry.
It's nice to see you guys. All right, it's nice to see all the guys down here. And of course, they're going up to Bangkok tonight to put to represent Pattaya, and of course the companies that they work for up there at the Movers and Shakers. Have a good time, guys. Lawrence, I'll see you next Friday, same time, same place.
Of course you will.
Okay, of course you will. That's very. It's very formal, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Okay,
forward to it. Then.
Thanks for joining us, guys, across the internet, and of course across FM. Lawrence back next week, and of course if you have any questions, queries, or anything like that, send them to Pattaya 105 or get us on the website www.pattaya105.com.